And anyone who came into the live, I asked them to tell me their city or country or state that they live in because I've been so many places. So I have stories about a lot of different cities. I've been so many places that I have stories. And so just hearing, I've been so many places that I have stories. And so just hearing a city that someone is from or is currently, I can usually create a story from one of my layovers or my travels there. And I enjoy doing that. As a storyteller, it's like strengthening my storytelling skills because I'm strengthening my storytelling skills because I strengthening my storytelling skills because I really of what you have done. Getting stuck in that done. Getting stuck in that space of not liking you. Getting stuck in that space of not liking you, not liking the state of your life, not liking you, not liking the state of your life, not liking the state of your relationship. And what's up, Mr. James? And first, one negative thought will immediately create more negative thoughts. Good evening, good evening. So the moment there's one focus on a negative thought, you can be certain that there's more. And there is a beauty in the space of reframing. And instead of just grabbing onto this negative thought of, my life is terrible, everything's bad, everything bad happens to me, recognize that initial thought and say, yeah, that's okay. And so what? Like, it does not have to be the reflection of you. It can just be a thought. It doesn't define you. And being able to understand that we don't have to believe every thought. You can actually choose the thoughts, and that would come from a space of like being present, but being aware that negative thoughts are not you, are not you. It may be calling on something else that wants to be addressed within yourself, but you're actually supposed to feel good. You're not actually supposed to daily feel heavy and low and have high Terry. Actually supposed to daily feel heavy and low and have high Terry and have headaches and digestive problems from daily life. That's abnormal. The moment that you accept that as normal and acceptable, it will build upon itself. Why wouldn't it? But understanding that your body is meant to function in a way where it's not ailing you. It's not ailing you. If something's ailing you, if you cannot sleep, that is your body telling you something. I don't know what it is, but it's something because we are I don't know what it is, but it's something because we are naturally, it's easy for us to sleep. So to have to think about sleep and know that it's easy for us to sleep. So to have to think about sleep and know that your sleep isn't quality because our sleep is so important. Our sleep is digestion issues. That is several things. It could be a sign of something. Digestion issues. That is several things. It could be a sign of something. It's something you grab because it's close, or it's something you grab because it's close, or it's inexpensive, or you just have something you grab because it's close, or it's inexpensive, or you just haven't acquired a skill of cooking. So you expensive, or you just haven't acquired a skill of cooking. So you don't know how to arrange vegetables or meat. Just haven't acquired a skill of cooking. So you don't know how to arrange vegetables or meat. Say, it's not, I don't know how to make good decisions. No. Both of these statements essentially are the same. There's no basis in them other than it's what we have said to ourselves. So what you say to yourself, your brain is processing that as this is what they want. So if you say, I do that as this is what they want. So if you say, I don't make good decisions, I don't trust myself, what they want. So if you say, I don't make good decisions, I don't trust myself, what they want. So if you say, I don't make good decisions, I don't trust myself, I've never trusted myself, this is going to be terrible and not work out, what do you think your brain is going to direct you to see? Do you think it's going to? What am I to learn in this? How am I growing from this? What about this in my life will benefit me? Instead of just leaning on will benefit me. Asked about others, but what story are you telling? Asked about others, but what story are you telling? What story are you telling? And how powerful it can be when I know I'm the storyteller. I get to be when I know I'm the storyteller. I get to control the story. I get to control how it's written. I get to control the chapter, because if I stay in a space of not empowering words, not speaking to myself, empowering is taking that power away from me creating my story. It's always me. It comes down to me. It is me. It comes down to me. It is me. There's something for me to learn. And maybe I just have to sit and drink a glass of water, and I will figure it out. Instead of the opposite of, this is terrible, my life is over. It's not. There's something for you to learn in it. Of, this is terrible, my life is over. It's not. There's something for you to learn in it. In it. And I had shared on my live last night, someone had said, how do you get the difference between a thought that is restricted by fear and a thought that just continuously goes? Is fear is going to be there. So what? I feel fear and move. Fear is going to be there. So what? I feel fear and move forward anyhow. It's not that I don't feel fear. And the more that I challenge my feel fear, And the more that I challenge myself, I'm aware of that feeling. You, the only purpose is to continue. It's not even a speed, just to take one more step. You, the only purpose is to continue. It's not even a speed, just to take one more step. And I understand how challenging, lack of predictability is, because then how are we supposed to prepare? Lack of predictability is, because then how are we supposed to prepare? And maybe we're just not supposed to prepare. It's a crazy thought, like you prepare. It's a crazy thought, like you just will have what you need. And in my live last night, as the other people in the live were dropping their cities, thank you, Kathy Baby 803 for the follow, and thank you, Sonia Leek, for the follow. Different people were putting their states or cities or countries. Thank you, Sire Pharaoh, for the follow, because I have stories in so many of these cities, especially from being a flight attendant and just a true voice. Have stories in so many of these cities, especially from being a flight attendant and just a true voyager. I say I'm a traveling local. I don't say I'm a tourist. I'm a traveling local. And my dad would always have these stories about different cities and restaurants that he liked in cities. And I thought it was such a noble trait to have. So anyone who's in the live, put a city or your city or a favorite place or your favorite place or your favorite country. And I like to see what stories are derived from these. Thank you, Groovy 3001 for the follow. I had just made that post with me doing one of these dance challenges, and it's a small challenge. One of these dance challenges, and it's a small challenge, and I did it. And it's truly like just fulfilling your daily promises to yourself, or one daily challenge. It's not a big thing, and I have held myself accountable. And the more you feel you can hold yourself accountable and show up for yourself, things just start happening in life. I don't know. I don't care. What do you think? It doesn't matter what day it is, whether it's Valentine's Day, Christmas, or just a random day in June. The day itself doesn't matter. I take all power away from that. That's ridiculous. And it happens. People cheat. That happens. Get over it. Get past it. Learn from it. It's ridiculous. And it happens. People cheat. That happens. Get over it. Get past it. Learn from it. Get over it. Get past it. Learn from it. Learn from it. And I don't care how long she was with you. Learn from it. Learn from it. And I don't care how long she was with you. People cheat. As a cheater, it just happens. Okay? And that's how it goes. Like, that's just how it goes. That's how it goes. And as a person who has cheated on partners, it is, I talk about it because I learned from it. And, well, good for her. She had 2 boys. Good for you. Listen, I'm all for it. You do it how you do it. You get it how you get it. She had 1 for 5. Good. She picked up another one. I'm all for it. That makes great sense. That makes so much sense. The only problem is you found out. Outside of that, it would have been perfect, but play your role or don't. That's how the game is. And so what? So what? So what? That's what happens. This image of what relationships is ridiculous. And here's the other thing, and I strongly say this because I saw a great relationship and partnership. Most of y'all don't even have a frame of what a partnership is, let alone love. It's just pieced together with things that are societal or learned through social media. I don't know, but it is a thing. I don't know, but it is a thing. People cheat and people talk about it, and then they continue the relationship. Maybe all that took was a conversation to gain clarity. Maybe if she would have discussed it with you, you would have been okay with just being another one. I do believe in just clarity, but that's how it goes. So what? It's difficult for people to express their feelings, especially in relationships where there's vulnerability. But it happens. And I actually encourage young women to not devote yourself to a relationship. I encourage young women to not devote yourself to a relationship. You're 19, 20, any time in your 20s, that isn't the time. I don't think it's ever the time to say, let me look for the one. I believe it is attracted to you in your own timing, but do not look to like commit. Instead of the goal being committing, have a outlook of gathering information, because really your 20s, you're just like a mature teenager. You're considered an adult, but you're not an adult. You have not been a sovereign being. You're considered an adult, but you're not an adult. You have not been a sovereign being for a long time. You are still operating under old ways of being that have been given to you, typically by your parents or the community you lived. And unless you moved away from that, it's kind of difficult to operate in a different way. In saying that, settling or marrying in your 20s, it's for gathering information. Because you truly do continue to change your entire life. And at times it can be difficult to change together. And sometimes there's a point where you understand yourself through these changes, where you're ready to be in a truly honest relationship, with another. But that's not typically when you're 22. It's not. And I always knew, like, none of my boyfriends in my 20s were going to be my husbands because I did not want to be married then. I was traveling the world. I was living abroad. I had lovely gentlemen in lovely different countries. And I was also just exploring the world on my own. So I was building my own character, finding what I learned the world on my own. So I was building my own character, finding what I like, what I don't like. Do I like apartments? Do I like homes? So I was building my own character, finding what I like, what I don't like. Do I like apartments? Do I like homes? What type of homes do I like? Do I like modern homes? Finding sometimes relationships can bring that focus away from you. And yeah, so that's why I say go ahead and break up and cheat. It happens. It does happen. Break up. There's no need to fight for love. No, not at 21, 20, really any time in your 20s. But throw out this notion of we're fighting for our love. Why? Why? Your life will go on, and you just go on without the person. Really. You'll be okay. There are others. And there's you. There's also just you. I remember someone saying, like, the worst part, Hope, is you're breaking up with me, and you're not even breaking up with me for someone else. You're breaking up with me to just be with yourself. And I thought, well, of course. Why not? I enjoy myself. I enjoy my time. So if I'm honest to myself and the relationship is no longer growing or for me, I don't need to find someone else. I'm enough. I just need to rid myself of you. That's it. And it's always well, I've gotten better at having open, honest, communications, because we grow in relationships with others. And I speak highly of all my gentlemen. I call them the gentlemen that were formerly by my side, not exes. No, that's like blah. Like the gentleman that formerly stood by my side, and just being honest, like, hey, I would love to share my feelings about this in an honest, compassionate way, not bottling it up and thinking that it will change. It won't. The moment that you convince yourself that it will change, just know it won't. That's as good as it'll get. So just assume that it won't. Break up. That's okay. Just break up. It is okay to break up. And yeah, cheat. And yeah, cheating happens. And it just happens. It just happens. It just happens. I'm going to leave it there. So, as the sun is going down, I enjoyed this short live. I'm going to come back on tonight. And I did a live where I just talk until my phone gets to 1%. So I'll do that again tonight. And I just don't know, is it connected? Is it connected? Let me see. I don't know if it's connected. However, I will come back on. I need to charge my phone, and I'm going to come back on and talk till my phone dies. So I'll see you later. Thank you for this short TED Talk.